Okay, so for this video, what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to get two launchers on the Galaxy Fold. So two different launchers. So essentially, whenever you're on the big screen, you have one launcher, but whenever you close it and you're on the little screen, you have a different launcher. So we're going to talk about that. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the Play Store and you're going to look for an app called Tasker. Tasker is this app right here. You're going to download that one, and then you're going to download this other one called Auto Tools. And once that's done, you're going to open up Tasker. Now this one, I have to say, is a little bit more kind of like advanced, but if you follow the steps here, it shouldn't really matter whether you know anything about Tasker, anything about phones or anything, but I'll try my best to break it down. But let's see. So with Tasker, there's four different, I'm going to call those things, four different things right here at the top. There's profiles, tasks, scenes, and vars, which is maybe variables, I don't know. But we're only going to use the profiles and the tasks. And what those are is, the profile is it basically tells the phone, if this happens, then task is, it tells the phone, so if this happens, then I want that to happen. So that's basically what we're doing, is if then. So if this happens, then do this. So let's start first with the task. So we're going to build a task called Dual Launcher. And you can call it whatever you want. The name doesn't matter because you're going to basically tell it what to do. But whenever, let's see. All right, test display. We're going to want DPI, store results. All right, I got to type that in myself then. DPI. And all right, so that's step one. Next one is we're going to go to plugins, auto tools, look for launcher. And so for the big one, for the big screen, we're going to want to use you can use whichever one you want, but I like the rootless pixel launcher. So select that. And we're going to do this only if the DPI is 364 by 364. Otherwise, let's see, plugin, auto tools, launcher. Otherwise, we're going to want this launcher, the Aio Launcher. That's the one that I like for the small screen. So let's see, what am I looking for? If, okay. DPI equals. This one is going to be 474 by 469. And whenever you're putting in this one, be sure to use a lowercase x instead of a capital one, because if you use a capital one, it won't work and it'll throw everything off. So I'm going to copy these because I wanted to make sure it does it. Paste. All right. And sorry, let's cut that guy. Put him. Okay, good. All right. So we got that one. Now, just in case if anyone's wondering how I got those numbers, let me show you the DPI. So earlier I did this where I put, because I want to find out those numbers. So where is it? Display, test display. I wanted DPI. Then I wanted to know what the exact DPI was. So boom, see it right there, 364 by 364. And then, so if I were to go to this one, click test, 474 by 469. So FYI, in case you're wondering, that's where I got those numbers from, but that doesn't matter. So, what else? Okay, so I did have, because I did it earlier, so this is what I'm going to end up building. This is like the final product. So, any sensor, interrupt, this one, non-wake up, interrupt. Okay, all right, so let's go back to Tasker. So now let's work on the profiles. So let's start with that one, the event, sensor, any sensor, and we're going to look for, I think it was this one. Yep, that looks good. And then we wanted to check for it every, oh, you know what, maybe that is, I don't know, yeah, let's do 100. Okay, so we're going to do 100. And I just have that so that way anytime I'm moving it, it's checking it, which you think it'd drain out your battery, but it actually doesn't. So we're good. Got that one. Which other one? Display off, display unlock, display on. Okay, so let's do those. So in the event that my display is off, Dual Launcher. Boom. In the event that my display is on, Dual Launcher. In the event that my display is unlocked, dual launcher. So whenever my display is off, I want it to test the display to see the DPI, so that way it knows which launcher to use. Whenever it comes on, same thing. Test the display, see which launcher should we be using. Whenever it's unlocked, same thing. So we got those. Now, any sensor folding. So let's do that one next. Event, any sensor, and folding. I'm doing it at 100 milliseconds, so that way it's checking it more often. Dual launcher. What was the other one? Okay, display state off or state on. Okay. So if the state of the display is off, then dual launch it. If the state of the display is on, you guessed it, dual launcher. Okay. So now that we got all that done, now let's go ahead and change our, look for our default apps. So we're going to change our home launcher. So rather than using the One UI Home, we're going to use the Auto Tools launcher. So now, boom, rootless pixel launcher. And let's say if I go here, and now I swipe back home, this is my Aio Launcher. So this is a cool little techie looking launcher where I have, you know, my weather, time, and date and all that fun stuff. I also have my calendar of things I got to get done. These are my favorite apps that I'll put on here. Battery, notes, if I want to add any, screen time, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so if open it up to here, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I got to go back home. Boom, I'm back home. Okay, so now this next part is just showing you how you can customize it a little bit more and do some more, you know, stuff if you want to do maybe different launchers. So let's go back into the test. Let's say you want to do for the big screen, we want to use let's do an iOS launcher. See how that would look. I'm going to do that one for the big screen. Let me make sure I pick it down here. Launcher. Okay. And then for the small screen, let's use it looks like it's called Square Launcher, I think, but it's kind of looks like a Windows launcher. Or let's see. Nope, wrong one. Square. There we go, Square Home. Okay, so save that. So now when I swipe up, I should have, it's probably gonna ask me to choose my launcher, so I was playing with it a little bit earlier. Okay, always. So now we have the iPad mini right here. Get this one right here. So I wonder if whenever I change the orientation, is that gonna do that every time? That's gonna, see if I swipe home. Okay, good, so nothing. What about if oh wow, that's an annoying. So some apps don't have that where it tells you, it keeps on popping up and telling you to select that launcher. But either way, you get the point. I would try to find a different iOS launcher that doesn't do that. And then here we have our Windows. So again, boom, open it up, swipe back home, back to your wonderful ads. But yep, just another little, and it's pretty cool to see how you can have different wallpapers and fun stuff like that. Boom. So let me know if you like this video. Subscribe, comment if you have any questions, or you want to see it slower, just slow down the video speed to like 0.5. Or if I'm talking too slow and you want it to just go quicker, then just, yeah, make the speed of the video a little bit quicker, and then I'll start talking quicker as well, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so leave a comment, like, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions. See ya.